Well, he's a cutie pie. I might put him in Potomac. Okay, yes. Yeah, he can come right on to Potomac.
What's up, guys? It's your boy RHOA, and we are back with another video. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the channel each and every day. Thank you to all of you who have subscribed to the channel, and if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button down below. Hit that notification bell button because you just don't know when the news is going to drop. And also be sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at DJRichieSkye because life is lit and I want you guys to be a part of the journey. Now, let's get into today's video. We're gonna be doing a little bit of freestyling today. I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit more about this whole Porsha Williams thing. I know you guys are almost as sick and tired of this back and forth as I am, but I think we finally might have nailed why the two of them have broken up this time. We're also gonna talk a little bit about Basketball Wives, and then we gotta touch on this Sunny Hostin and Bethenny Frankel beef. This is the most curious beef to me, and I don't understand where it stems from, but it's alive and it's happening. So let's get into everything that we got to talk about today. Now, Media Takeout is reporting that Porsha and Dennis actually split, not because of these alleged rumors of cheating and all of these other things going on that we all have suspected and heard and everything through the blogs, from Tasha K, from the news, everywhere. What we are hearing from Media Takeout, and they have changed the title of this story so many times because I keep refreshing it just to see exactly what the story is going to be next. But they are saying it is because of a prenup, and I'm just going to give y'all the details and then we're going to move on. So Media Takeout is reporting that the new season of Atlanta Housewives will feature the split of housewife Porsha Williams and her fiance Dennis McKinley. The split will pay out in front of Bravo cameras. But what is it that caused the two to separate? Last month, all types of salacious rumors popped up about alleged infidelity, but it wasn't infidelity that broke them up. Apparently, it was money. Media Takeout News confirmed that Dennis called the wedding off after Porsha refused to sign a prenuptial agreement. According to a top source, Dennis is worth tens of millions of dollars, and he wanted to protect his assets in the event of a divorce. The insider explained that Dennis wanted a prenup and he was willing to be generous to Porsha in it. She refused and that caused conflict. The insider continued, Porsha is using a breakup to put pressure on Dennis to drop the prenup. She basically told him that she would still marry him if he gives up on the prenup. So far, Dennis is holding strong and not giving in to Porsha's demands. We'll see how long he can keep it up though. According to Hollywood Life, production was notified that they suddenly needed to film a few days ago for Porsha, and it was having to do with her issues with Dennis, the source explained. Dennis isn't really fighting for her either. Her family hasn't been the biggest fan of Dennis, but they've been supporting Porsha as she really wanted to make it work. Dennis's motives were questioned right from the very beginning by viewers as well as some of the ladies on the show, especially Kandi. Kandi tried to warn Porsha that Dennis had dated around quite a bit and had several ladies' names tattooed on his body, but Porsha was uninterested. Those close to Porsha know how badly she wanted a baby and questioned how quickly she rushed into this, but she did fall in love. They just wanted to see her take her time, the source added. So, listen, at this point in time, I'm almost uninterested in this. Let me tell you why. Again, I said it yesterday, I'm tired of hearing about this back and forth. At this point, I almost don't even care what it's about. I just want to see how they spin this on the TV show. I feel like I'm with the rest of you guys. I'm a little bit tired. I can't take it no more. It's a merry-go-round. I'm over all of this. But I'll tell you one thing. If you make this breakup happen right now, and if it's all over the news like this, don't get back together with this man because none of us want to hear anything else about it. All right, Porsha, you do what you need to do for that baby. Don't be worried about no man at this point in time. Clearly, it shouldn't be your top priority. You should get your priorities straight, deal with your daughter, have fun with your life and all of that good stuff, film with the ladies, and let all of this drama go. Let the man be a good daddy and keep it pushing. Now, amidst all of this, Hollywood Life is reporting that Cynthia Bailey is supporting Porsha via Instagram by, commenting with emojis under Porsha's posts and all of that good stuff. Meanwhile, Nene posted this yesterday. Now, Nene is always good for a well-timed piece of Instagram shade. I don't know if this was directed at anybody. She did not caption this photo, but we just find the timing of it very interesting, and we just gotta always give a good chuckle to Nene for always coming through with the shade. Moving right along, I want to talk to you guys about Basketball Wives because I was finally able to watch the show, and I gotta touch on a couple of different items because I was actually surprised, like pleasantly, by how amazing this episode was. First of all, shout out to the new production company, and I meant to write it down at the end of the episode, but the new production company that is doing wonders for this, everything from the opening sequence to the opening sort of trailer, to the opening credits and titles for each of the ladies, to the opening shot with Shawnee, you know, in her home, getting ready for surgery. I thought everything about this episode was actually pretty amazing, and we got to see a little bit of each of the ladies. Really with the exception of OG, because I really don't want to see that much of her. However, I can appreciate her presence on the show because I don't like her, and I feel like you need characters on a show like this that you absolutely don't like. I don't know what it is that I don't like her, but it's just something about her personality that I just don't get. Nor do I get this confessional look right here. I'm trying to figure out what's happening with the hair, with the eyebrows. Not necessarily sure. But maybe next episode she will do a little bit better. I don't know. I want to touch on, glaringly, the most obvious thing that we need to talk about is Tammy. So as I was watching this episode and Tammy is darting in and out of the scenes, I'm thinking to myself, maybe you should be on a different show. At this point in time, maybe Basketball Wives isn't the show for you, because if you're not going to bring anything to the table other than your relationship with Reggie, which we know now that you're married and we're going to see how that happened on your show, we really don't need you on Basketball Wives. So I'm not actually sure why they have you on the show. At this point in time, you are never in the scene long enough for us to really appreciate you. And we already know from everything that we see on Instagram that you're doing well. So it's kind of like maybe we should remove you from this show, and maybe we should place you on a show like Real Housewives of Atlanta, or maybe in Real Housewives of Houston, since that's where you're based. To me, that would be a better fit for Tammy at this point in time where she is. Because really, she's kind of like the Lisa Vanderpump of this show, and she's barely filming with the rest of the ladies, so I don't understand why she's actually needed. If you're not going to bring anything to the table in terms of drama, you might as well get out of here. Because that's what this show is based around. Now, I love seeing the ladies with their families. However, I need to see, I'm looking forward to seeing a lot more interaction this season with the rest of the ladies. And I'm so excited that Evelyn and Jackie are on good terms. Like, there is, because that beef really bothered me. It was so big and toxic and all of that other stuff. I just couldn't take it. And so for me, it was nice to see them getting together, even if they were going to visit a shaman. But I'm trying to understand, really, Evelyn, that's a little bit of a reach, I think, to think that Tammy might have something to do with why you got arthritis or whatever joints you got going on for you. And while we're talking about things that are unnecessary, let's talk about Jen. Two things. Jen and this raggedy ponytail in this confessional, I did not like it. I felt like the seams was hanging out on the side of it. And I expect better from Jen because I think that she's a beautiful girl. But also, too, Jen, you got a lot of mouth this season. And I mean a lot of it. So I'm going to need you to be able to, throw them bows, and these elbows if you're going to talk that much stuff. But the way she entered the scene in the finale of this episode was quite epic. So a couple of things about that. One, Kristen was doing her job and being messy, but I get why she told Jen why she told Shawnee what Jen said about her. It makes sense because Shawnee was going to find out about it eventually, so she might as well be the one to tell her. And if Jen was bold enough to say it on camera, she needs to go ahead and spill the beans. But in my mind, at first, when I saw this clip on online, I did not hear Shawnee say, I told them not to let her in my party, because my first thought is, why are you leaving your own party? That should never happen. Security should escort this person out. And I also think for Shawnee at this point in time, it's kind of like, I would just roll right up to her and be like, yo, you need to bounce. Like, for real. Like, right now. Bounce. Get out of my party. I don't even want you here. And then I would have said, if you don't leave, we're all leaving. And you can stay here and drink by yourself since you're bold enough to talk that talk. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of felt like she should have handled that situation a little bit differently. Now, I want to also touch on Cece and the Kristen situation, but I honestly don't care enough about Cece to do so. Here's my problem. I don't know whether or not I like Cece or not. And that's a problem. That's a problem. Because I feel almost ambivalent about her. Like, I could take her or leave her. But she does seem to add a spark of drama to the show. So I'm actually here for her presence at some point, you know, for whatever reason. Maybe something good is going to happen this season with her, other than Evelyn trying to mow her down with a palm leaf, it looks like from the preview. And can we get into that preview? Because it looks good. The only thing I wanted to see more of, though, was this whole brawl that happened at the skating rink with Malaysia's family and Jackie Christie. I am really looking forward to seeing that and exactly what happened with that. So now we got to get into Bethenny and Sunny. So as you guys will remember, Sunny Hostin on The View basically talked about a feud that she had with Bethenny because apparently Bethenny was yelling at her child while they were on the beach over a fence, and Sunny had to go outside and handle the situation.
If it's, I mean, I don't know Bethenny, but I've seen her behave that way on the beach when she was yelling at my child.
I knew that was coming.
Let's hear about the beach. I don't think you've ever actually
Spill
exposed.
the tea.
Let's hear it.
No, she spilled the tea a couple of times.
Say it again.
I don't know. They're telling me not to talk about it in my ear.
Who said that? Is Bethany in your ear?
I'm just saying I've seen that kind of behavior when Bethenny yelled at my child on the beach.
Yeah. See, they didn't know that part.
Bethany yelled at my
told this
child
story
on the beach
14
because it was in the middle of the day, and my child was about 7 playing with other children at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and she said that her child was napping inside with the window open, and that our children were being too loud on the beach.
No skinny margaritas for you.
So what did she do? So then she went out there and yelled at the kid?
And yelled at my child, and I went out there and stood in front of my child, and I yelled at her and told her that adults speak to adults.
And this should have been a camera. That's right. Now that's a reality show.
Right.
Yes.
And she knows I'm telling the truth.
Well, now Andy Cohen is asking Bethenny, what's up with all of these people talking about you in the news? And so she's like, I don't know, Sunny must have been drinking or something.
Wants to know what's going on with you and Sunny from The View.
I don't know.
She said you yelled at her kid on the beach.
I know. I think she's been drinking or taking some drugs. I don't know. And I don't know her.
You don't remember that?
No, I don't.
Well, Sunny didn't like that too much, and she took to Instagram and she let Bethenny have it. So as you guys can see from these posts right here, Sunny was like, yo, I'm not backing down from my story. And then she called in reinforcements for this junk. And I'm like, when did this whole thing happen and why? Why is this happening right now? But I'm here for it. Meanwhile, Bethenny ended up just blocking her because I guess she didn't want none of that smoke. So that's the end of that beef for now. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all of these stories. Let me know if you guys are as tired of this whole Dennis and Porsha situation as I am, because I have a hard time with it because on the one hand, it's like I'm over it, but on the other hand, it's in the news, so I feel like I gotta talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like if this article is gonna give us some insight as to why all of this is happening, but I don't even know if that's really why all of this is happening. Over a prenup, that don't even sound right, because it sounds like Porsha was in on the prenup talk to begin with, so I can't understand that she's wanting to take it away now. If I was her, I'd be wanting to protect all of my assets, just given the rumors surrounding Dennis on the streets anyway. That way you go into this marriage with equal footing, and then you leave on equal footing as well. That's just my thought, but let me know what y'all think in the comments. Also, let me know what you guys thought about Basketball Wives, if you guys actually saw this episode, and if you want more Basketball Wives in our recaps. And let us know what you think about this whole Bethenny and Sunny situation. I'm kind of curious as to where this came from, and I kind of want more of it. But anyway, that's all we got for you guys today. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell button down at the bottom. Also, follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you haven't already done so. And guess what, guys? I will see you in the next video.